Hi everybody, Martin here. Thanks for tuning in. And it's May 2026, so time for an update video. Haven't done one since March. Been distracted by two threads, very good threads they were. Midge with his hats and Vinyl Richie with his questions. And yeah, so I've got quite a lot to show basically. And I obviously hope that everybody is doing well. So, where shall we start with? Well, things have been ticking over okay, I guess. I've got a hat on because I've got a bit of a bruise from six-side football last Friday, but I'm okay. Not sure the other guy was that ran into me, but yeah. So, first things first. Can you see that guy behind me? That's Rob. So, Rob Hyson, um, in the UK. Now, where does he live? Well, he lives in the Midlands. Sorry, you have to say the West Midlands, really, don't you? Yeah, he lives in Birmingham, kind of. Well, no, he lives outside of Birmingham. God, I'm butchering this, aren't I? He lives in a very nice place, not that far from where I live. Anyway, he sent some VCLT. And thank you, Rob. Yes. So I'm going to, without further ado, start off with the VCLT he sent me. So, sent me about, yeah. So the first one was this, The Jungle Book, of which I do not have a copy of it. And I'm sure I've seen the film. I must have seen the film. In fact, I think I've seen a remake, quite a recent remake live action of it. And the Disney one, I must have seen it. Sorry, I just cannot remember. But anyway, now this is a strange album, this one that he sent me. Initially, I was put off by the artwork, but then grew to think, well, actually, it's quite interesting and stuff. And it's got a book here. It's on XL Recordings, which threw me because XL Recordings I associate with the Prodigy and all those early, like SL2 on a Ragga Trip and all the rave kind of stuff. Anyway, this is from 2012. On the first listening, I thought no, but having heard it a few times, it's actually grown on me. There's quite a lot of different styles on here. And here's the guy here, Willis Earl Beale. I haven't looked up anything about him because I just wanted to give it a go, but it's definitely grown on me. So thank you for that one, Rob, and all of these ones. I'll actually have to show this one, which I'm sorry to say I didn't like. I noticed that you did a culling video last year, and this was the first one. Whether or not that was because it was the worst, I don't know. I mean, the cover looks cool, and there he is on the back, and it's in Montreux, so it must be cool jazz. It's just him playing the piano, and probably the tunes are well known. Yeah, I mean, I knew a couple of them at least, but I'm sorry, it's that real thing of just playing a piano which sort of gets me a bit. Now, I was just listening to some Ray Charles just playing the piano. It was all right. Then you've got the album, which I've never really listened to, probably never given it a chance, but the Keith Jarrett one in Cologne or Colne. Maybe I would get into that eventually, but this one, no thanks. So then Rob also sent me somebody called Juliette Greco. And this is French, isn't it? I think. Although whether she's French or not, I'm not entirely sure. It's a Canadian pressing, and I haven't listened to that one yet. This one's okay. I've given this a go. This is the Sound of Soul. It's sort of like instrumental themes, a little bit library kind of music. Alan Parker, mostly. it's a repress of a 70s album. Yeah, it's not bad. So that's that. And finally, I think Jacques Brel, who did, what did he do? Did he do Jackie, the original Jackie? Oh, I can't remember now. Sorry. Anyway, this appears to be from a film, I think, of which I haven't checked out yet. But this is him here, I think, down here with a pint or half a litre. So thank you very much for those, Rob. I presume you are still talking behind me and showing something completely different. So anyway, on to the next thing. So there is an orange light over there. So to match it, this is the new Vinyl Scavenger Volume 4. I'm sure you all know which album the cover is based upon. Oh, dropped it. I've got 2 copies left. If anybody really wants one, just comment below or get in touch with me somehow. There's 8 tracks. Some are older and haven't been out before, and then I put the Spanish Rhapsody, which if you go back about 2-3 years, it is a cine film of Spain in the 1960s. It's a mate playing a guitar. It's about 15 minutes long or something, and I've put sort of like some sounds and spoken word language, Spanish language course speaking on it. And yeah, a couple of the other ones are new as well. A couple of them I sort of changed about a bit. So I have got other stuff in the pipeline, it's just haven't got round to it. So that is Vinyl Scavenger Volume 4. Got a couple still to knock out, as it were. And onwards. Now, this album, it's a lockdown album. And this is a map of the coast of sort of like down Dorset way, I believe. And this is sort of nature, 4 different areas of nature, and it's some folky music. I haven't listened to it yet actually, but what happened was it was on a local charity shop site, and I put in the bid to buy on eBay for full price, sort of thing, like what the other ones online were, thinking I'll just be able to go and get it and everything. So they refused my bids, and eventually I was the only person that bid on the live bid, so I got it a lot cheaper than what I would have liked to have given the charity in a way. But never mind. So it's got some field recordings of nature and some folk kind of songs on it. So that was that. Now, some £1 fines I've got here. Shusha is from Iran, and her Iranian output before she left was very interesting. Before the 1979 revolution, I believe she went to America, but this sort of has some links to the UK. It's on United Artists. There's a poster in there as well. It's not very good. It only cost me £1. There's a cover version of In the Ghetto, and she's sort of got a penchant on this album for like Shakespeare and William Blake sort of poets and making them into songs. I don't think it works. Barunch. Now, I have a feeling that was the traditional one. I presume that's in Farsi or something. That wasn't too bad, but a bit disappointing, that one, for £1. I was had very high hopes of it. I've been on an almost sumac tip. I have forgotten to go and get the other record that I got of her off eBay quite cheap. It was a 10-inch, very early. This one, it's either going to be an upgrade or a copy to swap or sell or something. It only cost me £1, so I haven't lost out there. Okay, we'll keep going with the albums. So last week, I went up in a loft. I went up in a loft. It's because I was on the floor in a charity shop and a guy came up to me saying, I've got some records in the loft. And initially, I wasn't interested. And then he was outside the shop getting on his mobility scooter. And I sort of changed my mind. And I thought, I'll go around and have a nice chat or whatever. And maybe I'm doing him a favour. He couldn't get up in the loft. Anyway, I went up in the loft. He didn't lock me in up there or anything. Fortunately, yeah. Where's Martin disappeared to? Anyway, some of it was just crud, so I just chucked it away. Really, some of it I can see over there. There's a 12-inch of Dire Straits Brothers in Arms. I won't be keeping. A few bits and bobs, some Donna Summer ones. I won't be keeping, but this one, it's in really nice condition. Rob Walker's one of his favourite ladies here, Donna Summer. So this is actually like a sort of a precursor to techno and 80s, 90s dance, I guess. It's sort of like a Cinderella type story of a girl like her, and I decided to keep it. I didn't think I'd like it. Some of the other ones that I got with this load, yeah, I'm not keeping. And let me see what else I got that I was keeping from. Right. Unfortunately, there was a copy of Hazel O'Connor Breaking Glass, probably an original one, but I have a repress and from like 90s or something. I actually gave it to somebody at work because I was just talking about it and it was in the back of my car. I just thought, have it, you know. I sort of regretted it a bit, but it's okay, you know, whatever. This was in there and it's completely not, it's spotless, but it's got a really horrible, you know, someone's had it in the oven or something. So if there's any possible way, because there's no scratches, it's pretty much near mint. If there's some way I can get that flat, I guess that would be worth it. Otherwise, it's not worth anything, is it, to man the beast, really? I'm not familiar with this band at all, but anyway. Right, I'll just see if there's any other ones from there. Oh, this was from there. A Johnny Cash album from the mid-70s, sort of based around farming and homegrown vegetables by the look of it. That was from him. This one was from him. So I won't say his name, but thank you very much to this gentleman for letting me up in his loft. So this is a full version of this song, 12 minutes, I think. And this, I was actually very surprised about this album. I didn't think it was too bad, so I think I'll keep it. I don't really know who Ellen Foley is. Here she is, rocking the sandals and socks. Horrible. But something to do with Meat Loaf, perhaps. It's actually not too bad an album, so I've decided to keep that one at least for now. A charity shop, £1 fines. I will whiz through these. Is Rob still there? Yeah, I think he's still talking about the same record, maybe, is he? Oh, he's talking about that. Okay. We have the third concert in Westminster Abbey, Duke Ellington, on RCA. Then we have this. Not sure. Did Peter Sellers commit suicide? But he didn't hang himself, I hope. Otherwise, that would be very prophetic. So this is an album with Irene Handel on it and some songs and some sketches. I think I'll give that a go and keep it. This is the songs of, of Brecht. Quite interesting. whether this is like chanson or just, you know, pre-war kind of stuff that Nazis didn't like, shall we say. Not no, it's not avant-garde. They're just like songs. Yeah, quite interesting. I know nothing about this. If anybody knows much about this, this is just Maranatha, a Christian album from Lincoln, I think it was. Yeah, and we've got Jean-Luc Ponty for £1. The best of the two Ronnies. I don't think this sort of humour would. Yeah, I'm not so sure some of it would stand up these days, and some of it will probably be cancelled. There's actually a statue of this guy about 10 minutes from where I live. He's sitting on a bench. And Shelley Berman, I don't know anything about him. He's a comedian, I think, or raconteur. Don't know. Got that, and a sitting down copy of Switched On Bach. So that is that. That's those ones. I hope I haven't missed anything. So I've been to a couple of record fairs, and the last one was on my way back from seeing some mates, and it was in a small town in Oxfordshire. There was a few sellers. One, it wasn't priced. This sort of like guy in the corner, and in an old PVC sleeve, he had this one particular record I picked out, and I asked him how much was it. In a crusty old PVC sleeve, no presentation or anything, and I don't even know what it was, but I thought, might as well ask. I would have had it if it was a fiver. He said it was £300, and I just thought, you've got it in, you haven't even cleaned it or anything. It's got scratchy, the odd scratch on it. To sample it, it might be quite interesting, but £300, you really are having a laugh, really. Anyway, there was a few other stalls, but the only one that grabbed me was the guy that was organising it, and he had tons of hole cut out ex jukebox singles from America, and I bought, I don't know, is that about a dozen or something for £15, something like that. I can't remember. So I'll just run through them. I mean, they've all got sleeves and covers, so that was a bit of a bonus. So here we've got Let's Turkey Trot, Keep Your Hands Off My Baby, Little Eva. And we've got I just took what grabbed me. I'm still on a 7-inch singles tip. This is Traffic, Paper Sun, and Hole in My Shoe. Next, Weird Al Yankovic, Like a Surgeon. King of Suede on the other side. I don't know who that is a spoof of. It must be of something. This is Berlin, Take My Breath Away, and Top Gun theme. Travis Tritt, Burning Love, and another Elvis one on the other side. Dwight Yoakam, Suspicious Minds. This is a Breakfast Club single. I know Madonna was in Breakfast Club. I don't think I've ever even heard them. I thought she was a drummer in them or something. I presume that she's on there. I don't know. This is The Floaters, Float On. Should have been a 12-inch really, but never mind. Pac-Man, Fever, and Do the Donkey Kong. Buckner and Garcia. Then we've got Waylon Jennings, theme from the Dukes of Hazzard. Resist that one. Always better than the A-Team. That was just the same every week. Little Richard, Rip It Up, and Ready Teddy. I wonder if they still have jukeboxes in America. in some, way out of the way places. Here I've got Mr. Mister, both the hits on one single. Kiri and Broken Wings, so no need to have anything else by them in my book. A World Without Love, Peter and Gordon, backed with Rubber Ball Bobby V. Rubber Ball Bobby V, they used to play at this local football club. To me, it was just so funny. Just, yeah, bouncy, bouncy. Cyndi Lauper, I Drove All Night, and Maybe He'll Know on the other side. I think that was from True Colours album, which I've got. I mean, I Drove All Night, that's a great song, isn't it? 6 Months in a Leaky Boat, Split Ends, and I Got You. Probably the only two split end songs I know. And, I thought this was, this is Mo Bandy, or Mo and Joe, Just Good Old Boys. I thought that was the Dukes of Hazzard one, but I think I got it wrong. Okay, so that is those ones. Here for £3, I got Lovely Day Bill Withers, but it is a 2013 version on, I can't see the label, but it's a modern, Mr. Bongo. In fact, that says 2024 on the back. Must have been a reissue. Anyway, Lovely Day. Then I've got a flexi disc of Alice Cooper from NME. And now from my mate Shane, I've got some singles here. So he was selling at a different record fair. I haven't found them all, but this is what we've got. We've got Chuck Berry, No Particular Place to Go, and Liverpool Drive. The Peels, Juanita Banana. That's a very sort of famous Spanish kind of song from what I know. This is, what's this? My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean and Peter and the Wolf, a story. Ramsey Lewis, Dancing in the Street. Rolling Stone, PJ Proby, Hold Me, The Tip of My Fingers. Actually, these weren't from my mates, some of them. They were from the guy behind High Heel Sneakers and Guitar Man Elvis Presley. Sheltered in the Arms of God, Mary Campbell. I can't read that one. Norma Green, I Found You, and Going to the Other Side. Theme from the Sweeney, Alan Tew Orchestra. But Here Comes the Judge, Pigmeat Markham. So this was sampled on a record about the Rapture, which is a Christian replacement theology belief or theory. Google it if you don't know what that is. And what we got here, a Captain Scarlet single. And from my local Oxfam for £1, the only one I could find was Wayne Gibson, Under My Thumb, which I haven't got. That's I guess a Northern Soul classic. And a couple of other ones. This is some sort of I think this one's Basque folk, and this one is Brittany folk. Yeah, nice covers. And last but not least, okay, from a really small charity shop just on its own. This is from sort of like near where I live, almost just like homemade. So this is a cover, and these are the people on the back. It's quite poor actually, but it was interesting because it's from High Wycombe, which is pretty near to where I live, which used to have a bit of a scene. And Dale Gatefold 33. Do you know any of these people? Because you're from that sort of area. I need to ask a couple of local people. I have asked one. This guy here looks like the guy from Franz Ferdinand a bit. Yeah, it's not a great single, but it's interesting, you know. It was, yeah, it's sort of like punk new wave, I suppose, that sort of a thing. So, thanks for watching. I think that's all I've got to say. Yeah, yeah, going to Finland soonish for a few days, and maybe I'll find something there. Maybe I won't. I don't know really. And I know there's VC meetups and stuff which I try to go along to. I don't know. So just one more showing of this. I've got a couple of copies left. I suppose I can make some more, but I've got a couple here to give away. So if anybody wants one, just let me know. Okay, Rob's still there? Yeah. Thanks again, Rob, from the VCLT, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers. Bye.